In area news impacting us today, January 13th, 2017. There was a house fire on Charette Hill in Fort Kent. Fort Kent and Frenchville firefighters responded to the scene yesterday around 4 p.m. The home on Charette Hill Road is owned by Bruce and Sue Conant. They will be able to salvage the building. Bruce Conant, who was the only one home at the time, said he had been working with heaters under the roof of a connected woodshed in an effort to melt accumulated snow. About an hour after he finished, he heard crackling in the roof. When he looked outside, the fire had already taken over a portion of the roof. There were no injuries reported. State police responded to a crash in Weston last night. The accident occurred at the intersection of Route 1 and the Cropley Road in Weston around 9 p.m. yesterday evening. State Trooper Nick Cassavant arrived on the scene and discovered that 56-year-old Michael Steves of Weston was driving a trailer truck loaded with logs on Route 1 and attempted to make a right-hand turn onto Cropley Road, but missed due to heavy fog. The truck struck a utility pole, breaking the pole and pulling the electrical wires down across Route 1 and the Cropley Road. Another log truck behind Steves' truck also became tangled in the wires. There was no damage to the second truck. Route 1 was shut down for over 2 hours while crews tried to free the trucks from the wires. A mother of 4 in Holton is now a published author. Kathy Estabrook is the author, and the name of her book is called Living on Less and Loving It. Kathy wanted to share her life experiences and also give advice about how to rise up out of financial trouble. She is a lady with determination. She wrote the book while being a married mom of 4 and working 2 jobs. The book is now available on Amazon, BAM, and at Barnes & Noble. Kathy received 1,000 books in the mail and has plans to tour Maine promoting and selling her new book. In other news, the New Brunswick Court of Appeal says the jury had enough evidence to reasonably convict Dennis Oland of murder, but was improperly instructed on what was needed to get there. The appeal court squashed Oland's second-degree murder conviction in his father's death in October and ordered a new trial, but it only released its written ruling in the case yesterday. Chief Justice Ernest Drapeau says the verdict was not unreasonable, but the evidence was not so overwhelming that it undoubtedly would have withstood the trial judge's legal error. Newly released court documents say a Maine couple slain last fall died of stab wounds. Andrew Balser is accused of killing Antonio and Alice Balser in their Winthrop home on Halloween. Andrew Balser, now 18, faces charges including murder in their deaths. A state police affidavit released yesterday indicates Balser told a dispatcher he stabbed his parents to death along with a family dog. Documents say Alice Balser was found face down in her bedroom with a stab wound to her back. Antonio was found in the kitchen with 13 stab wounds to his chest and torso. A military-style knife was found stuck into the floor near his body. Prosecutors are trying to have Balser tried as an adult. Balser's attorney says his client is undergoing a psychological evaluation. A nonprofit dedicated to community and economic development in the Katahdin region has bought a paper mill site in Millinocket for $1. R. Katahdin bought the former holdings of Great Northern Paper yesterday, including the 1,400-acre mill site. The group wants to convert the site into a bio-industrial park. The town plans to waive at least some of the $164,000 in back taxes owed in exchange for some land. Town officials voted to delay a foreclosure auction on the properties for 6 months to provide time to resolve remaining tax liabilities. The IRS has a $1.4 million tax lien on the mill property. The mill was constructed in 1900. It ceased operations in 2008 and was later razed and sold for scrap. Finally, the Canadian dollar is trading at 76.16 cents U.S., and the U.S. dollar is trading at $1.31.28 Canadian. Well, you've been uploaded. This is Channel X News, where news